everybody, welcome back to the Strain After Show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. Long time no see. We're back to talk to you about tonight's new episode of The Strain. My name is Sinead DeFries, and I'm joined by my host. We're all getting ready to talk to you about this crazy episode, a lot of dialogue in this episode, and a lot of information that we're still all trying to digest. Over here on my left.
Hey guys, Stephanie Gray here. Yeah, long time no see. Liked this episode, tweeted about it a lot. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Stephanie L. Gray.
And over here on my right.
Oh, hello everyone. It's me, Johnny McGovern. How dare they mess that up? It's me, Johnny McGovern, here with your tip of the week. If you spend a lot of time making a nice detailed coffin for your Nazi boss, don't expect any special treatment. Because when your hands get mangled by the master vampire, he's still going to send you to get killed. Even though you worked all that time making him a nice coffin.
Yeah.
Follow me at Gay Pimp on Twitter.
Lighten it up a bit.
My Twitter handle and Instagram handle is at Sinead DeFries. I love your tips of the week. They're great.
Well, what can I say? Just trying to give good advice.
I know. Also joining us.
Hi, everybody. Annie Graton over here. And also, he doesn't give us those tips until we sit down here, so we're all hearing those for the first time. They're really nice. We take them down as well. My Twitter and Insta is still the same, at Annie_Graton. So let's get rolling here.
Can I just say that we just recorded 2 episodes in a row, but you all are wearing different outfits and you all look really pretty.
Stop, you too.
You all look really pretty.
It's like magic.
I know.
How do we do that?
It's a necessary wardrobe change.
It
you
is.
changed too.
I
looks
changed
good.
just
Looks
my
good.
shirt. But you know what? Y'all look hot. Just get it out of the way. If I was F, I do like Nora.
Ooh, about
Sex
that.
break tonight.
Seriously.
First one of those.
All right, okay, so let's get into it. So the episode starts out with Ephraim saving his son back at home and killing Matt, the ex-boyfriend, or not the ex-boyfriend, but the
Well, he's
boyfriend.
the ex-boyfriend now.
Yeah.
He's the ex-everything.
Who is sad that happened?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I think everyone gave a slow clap for that at home. Like,
Yeah.
yes, please. But can I say that didn't I predict last episode that they were going to take that van and go to Ephraim?
Yeah, you did say that. We were all like, they're going to Abe's, they're going to Abe's, which they
get a
did.
son.
But
Yeah.
first, I was
Made a
wondering.
nice stop off, and how convenient that they stopped off right as the kid got dropped off, because he would have been strange.
Yeah,
You're right.
absolutely.
That would have been a creepy
It
little
was
strain.
like great timing.
There's a lot of great
There's a
timing
lot
on
of
the
great
show.
timing going on. Just that we met Dutch last episode, who happened to be in all of New York City in
all
the
of Queens.
same
Yeah.
convenience store
It is
as
just-
our favorite gang of vamp killers. And then F makes it home like, let's see, when am I going to get home? Right in time to save my son from getting vamped.
Uncanny.
Uncanny timing, but thank goodness, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least his son gets saved, and we don't know where Ephraim's wife is, but I mean, we can all kind of guess that she's coming back, and she's coming back as a vampire.
Something
That's
bad's
strange.
gonna happen to his wife, I'm guessing.
Guessing?
Not a spoiler.
Okay, wait, I just have to say, we were talking about this before, when they started cleaning up the body of Matt.
Oh, yeah.
We were all like, why are they wasting time right now trying to like clean the house for the mom rather than find the mom?
Right, I know. It was so funny because they were all at Abe's house and they were all like planning and getting stuff together. And then here's Abe and, F and Nora just rolling up a body.
Look, let's not make any stains on the nice carpet.
But it
What
does-
should we do next?
Yeah.
Well, we'll vacuum, we'll dust. We don't want it to, let's call it maid service.
I was like, Johnny, where on earth is the mom? Do we know where the mom is? And he's like, oh, well, they think she must be at the
She's
convenience.
at CVS.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she'll be back any minute. We want to clean up this body. I
She's
think she
getting some
must have
nail
just gone to
polish.
CVS, got a nail polish,
Yeah.
get some Chinese food. She'll
Moral-
be back any minute.
Moral of the story, you guys, is it's because they had to burn the body, so we
Yeah,
were wrong.
they did. Yeah,
well, at
they
least
did.
they weren't as annoying as we
Yeah.
thought they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, I mean, I was
jumped.
so relieved when they
Yes.
got ready to start burning it down.
Yeah.
But then, so while F and Nora are at Ephraim's house, Abraham, Vasily, and Dutch meet up again back at Abraham's pawn shop. And he has a pretty interesting talk with Ephraim's son.
Yeah.
bonding.
Zach,
And they
yeah.
both drank their little drinks together, you know, at the same time. As like he had his brandy or whatever, and then the son had his milk.
He has a little-
And they were
Yeah.
like bonding.
And then he gave him the huge, the big
The book.
dusty book, and he's like, read this.
That was good.
You'll
I
learn
was like,
more,
you
yeah.
know what? If I was a kid in the middle of a vampire,
Yeah.
F's not giving any answers. F's like, your mom, she's somewhere
trust
else.
it.
Oh,
Trust
your mom's ex-boyfriend, he just was, he was sick. So he's like, Abe,
Let me
read
let
the
you
Study
book.
up,
know.
man.
I know.
Read the book, and the kid's like, okay.
Grandpas will let you know. Grandpas are good. They'll let you know the
Yeah.
real deal. It was
That's
good. And then
smart.
when F came home later, he's like, oh, so did you burn the body?
Yeah.
Matt's
that's
body?
good.
He's all
Yeah.
business.
Yeah,
I know, and I
all
love
business.
it though. It was kind of cool because
I like it. These relationships are all really developing in
Yes.
a nice and
Yes.
interesting, layered way.
They
Right.
are developing.
I
in the
mean,
sense-
Nora and F are really developing.
Are really
That one
developing.
really developed. Talk about
You know what I
getting
mean.
wormed. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Strain.
That's hilarious.
you guys, this show is actually a musical. In case you didn't
I know. Johnny's making the Strain After Show into like a full-on musical.
on.
But who was saying that while Neff and Nora were getting it on, that the wife was hiding under the bed?
I said that.
She said
Oh, yeah.
I really almost thought for a second maybe she
Right? That
was.
she's gonna like come like creep in.
I thought so too, because I was like, they
Like-
can't be taking a break just for like
No.
sexy F and Nora time, but they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
They want to make some heat because they had F rip her panties off and
She
then
was-
give her the old jiggle booty.
I know.
Like, yeah.
She was
that's-
Actually, it's the
there.
first time I was kind of like, okay, Nora. You know,
Well, I
you do
mean,
you.
maybe Nora has something interesting about her. I especially like when they're like, let's do it against the wall. Ooh, our legs are tired. Let's
We've been
lie.
up all night. We've been up all night at the convenience
The
store.
convenience store made my legs too tired. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But another really interesting relationship was the one that's developing between Vasily and Dutch.
Yeah.
And we kind of found out in this episode that Dutch is in fact a lesbian.
The lesbians.
I feel like I knew that was that. I feel
You did.
I felt
I
like
think you called that.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah,
I did.
and she's
Let's say I did.
Yeah, no,
I mean, she was a very dykey character.
Yeah.
She was like, sure, I'll
Yeah.
ruin the whole internet for you, man. I don't care about the
Yeah.
man. But we found out that her
Friend.
gal pal who left her at the old gas station
and stole all of her money.
Yeah,
was
her
her
backup.
girlfriend who stole all of her vamping money.
Yeah.
Vasily
Vasily seemed to be kind of protective over her too, which I think is endearing. When they got back in the truck, and Abe was like, "Is she coming?" and Vasily was like, "She's coming." And I like that because now what we saw, the dialogue between Abe and Dutch when she finally makes that confession, and doesn't even realize again what she is saying, but Abraham puts it together that Eichhorst and Eldritch were involved with Dutch, and now
Yeah, that was
she's a
really
direct connection
interesting.
back to those two.
And he was asking her if she could undo what she did.
Yes.
Right. Can
Because
she?
one of the big things in the Vamp handbook of how to ruin society is to cut off communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
The book that they pass out at like their staff meeting.
Yeah, they have like the pamphlets.
all right, everybody. Make
Let's
sure you
go,
read it.
let's go. Vampires here.
Yeah. Another thing I thought interesting too, and I tried to point. I don't think anyone really saw it in her apartment though. Was
Yeah.
the poster? There was
Oh,
a poster
yeah.
in Dutch's apartment of Gabe Bolivar. You
Yeah,
know, our
yeah.
vampire rock star.
Yeah.
There's a big old poster in her.
Dearly
apartment.
departed vampire rock star from the early
Is
episodes.
he gone?
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
is
him
he
to
gone?
come
I forget-
back.
I forgot.
I
Didn't
really
he
like him.
die, right? Didn't somebody kill him?
No.
He never
think he's still
died.
hidden.
No, he's still there.
He's still there, maybe
He's
to
still
come
there.
back to
He
vamp
ate the cleanup
again.
guy, you know, and he's
Yeah.
still
Right, he ate the
around.
cleanup guy, and he's still out vamping
Yeah,
around.
the
And I
episode
think that's
that Regina-
foreshadowing, that little poster.
Yeah,
Yes,
way
yes.
to catch that
I
Easter
know.
egg,
Thank you.
Lady Greton.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was such a good observation. But
So I
very,
hope
very
he comes
cool.
back because
Yeah.
I like him.
But
Yeah.
meanwhile, when he's gone, Vasilis is my favorite character. I've
Yeah.
decided.
But no,
I
he's
love
good.
him.
For the good guys, I like him.
I
Yeah.
thought Vasily and Dutch were going to get it on initially in
So
the
did I.
apartment because he was like, I'll be right back. Later, we
right
found
back.
out she's not interested in that kind of
No.
meet or relationship with a man.
No, but I like that they are a duo now. They're like
Yeah.
got each other's back. I don't know when that happened.
They're like
but
the
this
cool
bonding,
people. They're all
yeah,
together.
they're
Yeah,
cool.
they're like the we don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
man.
And then they
Yeah.
bonded over her in her apartment, finding out that she has no more money, and she's like, "Ah, this woman
Yeah.
through everything."
Then she throws a Nora-esque hissy fit.
Yeah.
You're right.
But
Spending too
speaking,
much time with Nora.
No, seriously.
I said to myself, Emmy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you
Emmy
did.
for that performance.
Emmy
Like, ah!
Yeah.
I'm
your Emmy.
nominating myself for an Emmy also.
Yeah, that's you pretty much got that down. Speaking of duos, our favorite duo, or my favorite duo, Felix and Gus,
Yeah.
who still haven't really,
They've been through a lot.
they've been through a lot. They still haven't really fully found themselves immersed in this story, like the
Yeah.
plot just yet, even though they are in many ways involved in it. But Gus turns, I mean, not Gus. Oh my God.
Oh, God forbid.
God
Your
forbid.
future husband.
Yeah, Felix turns in the back of that squad car, or, you know, paddy wagon, if you will,
Yeah.
and Gus is forced to shoot him in the face.
Bye, Chubbs.
I feel bad too because Gus was really pulling for his, I don't know if it's brother or cousin or friend or something. He was like, while they were still in jail too, he was
Yeah.
like, get me a doctor. Like he was throwing up on himself, Felix was, and he was trying for his buddy.
I know,
Yeah,
but
he's
his
trying.
big,
Yeah, they
fat,
shoot-
chunky, wormy friend.
He had to shoot him in the
is
face
dead.
at the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot him in the face.
Sometimes you have to shoot your wormy, chunky friend
In the face.
in the
In the
face.
face.
Okay, is it just me though, or I thought Felix kind of wasn't super, like, you know how all the rest of them, when they get turned, they look all evil and they're all into it, and I thought for some reason he seemed like he was just vomiting every time his thing came
I know,
out.
and even then he was just like this.
And
Yeah.
when Gus was about to shoot him too, the look on his face too.
Well, it seemed like
It's
he was a
interesting.
police hating vamp.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
notice
yeah.
they were in the back of that paddy wagon, and then we had a couple misfires, like, wow, hit the wall. He really just went to get he went
You're
and made
right.
sure he got the cop, and then he waited a second before he tried to vamp on
Yeah,
Gus.
almost as if like he had gotten the cops involved so that Gus could get the key.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
interesting because
Right.
you know they're supposed to go for their loved ones, but something went wrong with this vamp.
I
Which
know.
is good, you know, good for the cops
Went
so you
for-
can get
went
Gus
for
out
his
of there.
most
And
hated.
Gus can run and parkour,
Parkour.
out of there, which
Parkour.
is very nice.
Yeah, so now we wait for Gus to join.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
By the
It
way,
will.
Gus's face, his like sad face, that was a good sad face.
Yeah, I
I
felt
liked
for
that.
him.
He was running, he was crying, he was emotional. Usually I don't like guys crying. I also don't like guys with bad sex faces. And I gotta say, really fast, you guys.
You hated F sex face?
F
did
sex
not. It
face,
was-
I can't get over it. It's still haunting
Well, I
me.
thought Nora's
No.
pussy face was weird too.
No,
Just
she had a
kidding. I
hot
don't
one.
have any feelings about any ladies'
I was not mad at
faces
hers. I was not
in
mad at
any
hers.
way.
I wasn't
have
mad at
no
hers.
feelings.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at her.
His
I thought
sex
she was hot.
face was a little more awkward than
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
He's like, I just all vamping. He had a lot on his mind. He had a
Yeah.
lot
Okay, so sorry.
on his mind.
I just had to throw that out there.
I know. I mean, I'm glad you threw it out there because all the ladies in the house were thinking it.
There were, and that made me say, ooh, I'm glad I don't have to satisfy ladies.
Well, speaking of guys crying, we got a load of Icor's crying
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
we
I know.
did.
in the
Felt so
flashbacks.
bad.
We got a lot of flashbacks tonight.
Yeah, well, we had basically one long flashback cut into a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the first flashback happened, we all
Nothing
looked at
happened.
each other and said, what happened in that
Yeah.
flashback?
You got nothing.
Only we
flashback.
knew about from the very first one was that Icor's likes hand-rolled cigarillos.
Yeah, and they like to stare at each other.
They
for
love to stare at each other.
extended
There were
periods of
some
time.
moments when they were coming real close,
I
and I was like,
know.
kiss me.
You were like, I love you. I heard you.
Yeah.
But turns out, even though Icors is an alleged homosexual, his homosexual love for Abraham could not save him
No.
from the shooting pit that
No.
they made him dig.
I know.
No, it,
Oh my god.
partly because of his.
We didn't need no mangled hands.
Well, let's get back to the beginning of the flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
sorry, rewind.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you know, you're right though, because that scene was like devastating. I think when
Yeah.
they finally met face to face again, and Icor saw his hands. But I mean, the hands thing comes from. He
the
obviously knew
master,
the master
yeah.
was in and out of their little camp, you know, in and out. And so I guess I was wondering, Johnny, you said the reason why he cut himself was he was trying to lure the master to him.
Yeah.
To what? Try to kill him
Yeah,
himself?
because remember we
Yeah,
saw
silver
him
knife.
with the knife
Yes.
that he was his carving knife because he's been watching
Yeah.
the master feed on everyone, including his brother,
Yeah.
all this time. So he was
But-
in the meantime, he's carving, he's thinking about killing the master.
Yeah. Okay.
So he gets the thing, gives him a old stabberoonie
For the blood.
for the blood.
Yeah.
Stabs the
and then
master,
quickly
but
learns
then
that that's not going
Right. It was
to.
Yeah.
interesting though. Like, well, I think he knew from like an ancestor or something that silver would work, right?
Well, I mean,
that how he
everybody
knew?
knows old vampires hate silver even back
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess.
old days.
Oh,
But then it's
exactly.
funny.
Okay.
It was cool seeing the master. You know what I mean, and actually hearing from him, and he was.
I know, and the craziest thing
That little
about that,
speech.
I think, is that the master didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He
I
just
think the
messed him up
master
a little.
Leave
liked
you a
his
mark.
spunk.
He did.
I know.
He liked his spunk. He
liked
was like, you
spunk.
know what? You have spunk.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then-
I actually almost, back to Icor's crying, I actually
Yeah.
almost started liking him
Yeah,
for
me
a
too.
second. I was like,
Nazi
you're human.
sympathizer.
Right.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he was human, which
Yes,
which,
I thought he seemed like human. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So now we know. I guess we had talked about this a couple episodes ago, but you're right. He's human until obviously the very end of the episode. That's how the episode ends. Icors gets strained in the most
Yeah.
delicate way possible, the most delicate transformation we've seen.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it was kind of
Beautiful.
erotic.
Yeah.
Kind of. It
I thought
definitely
he like,
was.
did you see the master?
Yeah,
was
he
like,
was kinda-
here's my worm.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this is getting weird.
But something
Yeah.
it reminded me of that scene was when Icors went down there and he was like crying, you know, like to the master,
Yeah.
like, why have you forsaken
Yeah.
me? And like down here, like
Yeah.
this. It reminded me of when Palmer went to go meet the master. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he was just like, oh
He
my
fell in
gosh,
front of
like,
him.
Fell in front of
Right.
him too, and he was just like, turn me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, because
That-
maybe.
But he
maybe-
didn't get turned. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe they kind of wanted the same thing, you know? Icors
so,
wanted
yeah.
immortality, and that's what we all know. That's what Palmer wants too.
Yeah.
Does anyone think that the master looked a tiny bit like Voldemort in Harry Potter?
Yes.
Yes, can we
Because of the
also
nose.
talk about the look? It was a little bit, I was like, well, I don't know, but I guess it is because he has no nose.
Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
started to see the side view of the master,
Yeah.
then it was real spooky.
I
and
agree.
gross
The-
and ugly.
just seeing his
But the
face right here was a
frontal,
little-
his grinder
little
picture
goofy.
wasn't
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
good. His
Yeah.
side
I
angle was
thought
better.
he looked a little like the
Goofy.
SWAT team vamps. I thought
Yeah.
like his
Kind
shape
of.
looked more like SWAT
Honestly,
team.
kind of. I definitely saw
But I
when you
guess he
said that. I
also
agree.
looks like Icorst without his.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But when
Very
they all, I guess
interesting.
when they all have all their extremities, we all know
Oh,
fall
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why
That's
they look so
why.
gross.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's why they look so gross.
Yeah.
Ding.
And so now we also know that the next time Abraham meets Icors, he will be a vampire, which is obviously when that whole confrontation goes down when Abraham kills his partner.
Right.
Excited for that.
So
That
I
is
mean, I
exciting.
think I had originally thought that was going to happen during the Holocaust, but now we know that
Yeah.
the
Doesn't.
Holocaust is over.
Yeah.
America came.
Go
Yeah.
America
Yeah.
came. America came and saved
America.
them just in time.
Yep.
Yes.
More very convenient timing.
Yeah. Wait, can we talk about
Down
when
to
his
the
friends
minute.
helped him over the fence? Because his hand
I know.
for Abe, that was so sweet.
That actor, whoever's playing young Abe, that actor is really good. And
Really,
he's got
really
the
good.
little hands and
And he's
I
cute.
can't.
Yeah.
He's cute. He's really
Yeah.
cute.
Super
Just wanted
cute.
to plug that in.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see old
kid.
Abe, Gus, and Vasily have some kind of fan fiction of a thing.
You said old Abe?
No, young Abe.
Young
Okay.
Abe.
Young Abe.
Sorry, young Abe,
Okay.
Vasily, Gus.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a
Yeah.
fan
You did say
fiction
old Abe.
triangle.
I was like,
Oh yeah, I want to see old Abe, the master, and Icors. I'm gonna be writing down some erotic fan fiction about that.
okay, we're like never gonna get to your questions. Johnny, you were on one tonight. You're making us laugh
On a
so
roll.
hard. You guys,
Seven
let us
fold, my
know what you're
ladies.
thinking about tonight's episode and kind of where you see this going now that we know that Abraham will meet Icors again, post strain action. Okay, your questions can be. You can keep sending your questions in, using the hashtag #TheStrainAS for the Strain After Show. They're coming in right now. The first one comes from @SJ_Calways. Did the look of the master meet any expectations you guys might have had?
We just
about
talked
this
about
kind of-
it.
Yeah.
Good question. Great
Get
question.
gnarlier, I'd say. Like,
Yeah.
I wish it looked
Yeah.
a little bit.
It's funny because I feel like maybe it was the ears. Because he still had ears. Wasn't that funny?
Oh, that's
He
a-
did.
Aren't they not supposed to have
I don't
ears?
know. I just it wasn't scary.
I feel like it
It
was his
wasn't
ears
the-
that made
Scary.
it look goofy to me.
Yeah.
That made
Yeah.
it look like a little wonky.
Well, I just think that the whole I don't know. I was expecting like. I don't know what I was expecting, but he kind of looked too human. Is that weird? I mean, I know he didn't
Yeah.
look human, but he still looked too human. I
his
was
hands,
expecting
I think, were the
something
creepiest part to me.
Yeah,
The one big
big,
finger.
gigantic hands. And we were expecting, I don't know, something horrible and gruesome. And
Yeah.
we got something a little bit like the Addams Family. Kind of,
And like
yeah,
classy, he wears his jewelry, he wears his nice things.
Oh,
Like-
he loves his jewelry, Sonny. Miss Master always keeps her rings on,
Yeah.
even when she's killing people in a
She's
concentration
training them.
camp.
Training.
Oh,
Yeah.
she got her hood. She's embarrassed about her nose, so she wears her hood, but she keeps all her rings.
Well, I mean, this time, as you know, we're making jokes, but like you had said a couple episodes ago, which I loved, was like this feminine quality that these vampires had.
That's true. Hey, vampire.
They get more
All
feminine.
the upper echelon vampires have something about them. Ding.
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool. All right. The next question comes from @ForeverJohnnyBoy. Hello.
Hey, hi.
Speaking of the vampire goth rocker, Gabe, where in the hell is his manager, Regina King? Is she still limping around?
Yes,
still
bravo
limping
for that
around?
question.
Yeah, I
NYC?
love that question.
Is she still limping around NYC?
She's
Probably.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope my hairdo that I got, especially for the show, is still working out.
Wait,
Regina
that's
King.
so
Oh,
funny.
no,
I
like
hope
one-
that we can,
one-
because that was such a random little spot. She's trying to organize that concert for him. She's gonna
she-
try and swing it
She's
another
trying
way.
to work on her career or something.
She's
I don't know what
trying
that
to
was.
book a gig for Vamp. He's like, I know he killed people, but we can do a deal. Why is my credit card not working?
What do you mean you can't fix my ankle?
Can I get a hair salon appointment because I got this hairdo especially for this role as a music man?
Yeah, good times with Regina.
Yeah. I hope we see them again. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really hope so.
Oh my
I like
God.
that storyline.
Yeah, well, they can't just get rid of her. Oh my, that's so funny. They can't just get rid of her. She has to come back, and Gabe has to come back too. All right, I gotta get it together. @New Moby, do you think Gus will join #Team Abraham or #Team Vampire SWAT?
Ooh.
You know what? That's a great question. I was really looking forward to seeing the SWAT team.
Me too.
Me too.
I thought we were
They're
gonna get
back.
answers.
I know.
They're gonna make us wait because they're so good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
They
They're
know
gonna,
we
you
want
know-
to see him.
Because we
Thanks,
don't even
word
see
for
them
it.
in the preview for next week.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
Who knows?
Moment
Who
of
knows
silence.
what they have?
I know. I was really
Man,
thinking about that.
Because they're so badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're so
I know.
organized.
And we still don't know if they're totally bad.
Or what they are.
Yeah, we
I
don't
don't know
know.
nothing.
But I definitely think Gus is going to join up with the team. That would be crazy if he went to the Team Vampire SWAT. Great question.
Yeah.
I think he would do Team Abraham. I feel like. No?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
We
I
have
think the
met
Vamp
Abraham
SWAT-
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I think
He returned that equipment.
You're right.
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
Abraham. I
So
think you're
Abraham will
right,
adopt him
Abraham.
because I feel like the SWAT vampires go alone. They do it alone.
Yeah. They're like
They have their own
Yeah.
thing. They'd
Yeah.
be like, move along.
Yeah,
Move
it's
along,
like
boy.
it's like a
Move along.
species kind of thing. It's like only
Yeah.
our species.
Yeah.
Only us.
But anyways, amazing question because I didn't even think of that
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all. All right, a couple of your comments are coming in @Mr. F Wonderful. Even during a vampire apocalypse, there's always a way to get it in.
Yep, exactly.
My kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stress.
Why not? You know, stress
And
relief.
you know what?
Tension
Maybe
needs to be relieved.
Nora is such an annoying bitch that there's like, you know what? Let me just dick her, and she'll like relax.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a verb. Like,
Either. That's the first time I've ever heard
It's
that.
not.
It is now.
It is now.
I've heard like,
I'm just straining some new vocabulary into your mind.
thank you. I will
No,
repeat
but
that.
yeah, that's hilarious.
They're like,
because-
we've got a day to live.
Yeah.
Why the hell
Oh,
not?
why not?
Then-
And then
then
let's
they-
snuggle for an hour
Yeah, I just
after.
mean that time like a
weird
nice
thing.
evening nap.
Go find your son, and your wife is probably coming to kill you. So
Yeah.
do not,
Yeah.
do not snuggle
There's no
right now.
time for post.
And why did
sex
we
stuff.
meet that friend?
She
Why did we
annoys
meet
me.
Fran Drescher? She came through like a cameo from another sitcom. Like, so there you are, you whore. Like you found time to
this?
fuck on the thing. I'm like, I hope we see her later dying or whatever, because she sure was
Gross.
annoying.
Ew, she
Like
she
Fran
also, like,
Drescher must have
way-
been pissed she didn't get that role. She's like, that was the real Fran Drescher type.
She's also like a little too attached to her friend. I feel like she's
right.
always like, "You hurt my
Is that
friends,
the
I
friend,
kill
though?
you." I'm like,
Isn't
"Calm
that
down,
the
you're not
sister?
sisters."
No,
No,
it's a
they're
friend.
friends.
She said, "Yeah, you hurt my friend. I'll cut your heart out."
Although Sinead, I would expect you to kill anybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, it's all coming back to me now. I was a little confused.
I thought
right
it was
there.
a sister at first too,
It
but then she
seems
said
like
the
it's a
friend.
friend. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she was just a brat, honestly.
Yeah.
She did
She
nothing
was.
for that scene.
Nothing.
Except for break up the snuggles. So I guess
Yeah.
fine.
There we go.
The next comment comes from @Auburn Tigers. The master, or he, looked like a Count Chocula ripoff.
Well said, darling.
go.
Yeah.
Abrontagas.
I think it's supposed to be Auburn Tigers.
Auburn Tigers. English is my second language.
Yeah, okay, so then I guess that kind of goes, you guys are, a lot of you are thinking that you had higher expectations for the master's appearance, and I will definitely agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
me
hands
too.
are so scary.
I know.
And
The
hood's
hands and the
scary.
hood and the way that he
Yeah.
moves is creepy, and the purr.
Yeah.
And then it's like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And almost like his voice even almost got a little bit scarier too, but I think it's just
Yeah.
because we were looking at his not that scary face.
Yeah.
I can never understand what that voice is saying. I can't.
I was
We were
thinking
all
the
like,
exact same
all
thing.
four of us were like this.
I know,
know.
every time it
That part.
talks, we all
Yeah.
lean
If
forward.
I was like having my hands mangled by the master, I'd be like, speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Because he's like, like, what? You're scary, but I don't understand what you're saying.
I know.
I have no what?
I don't know where. Why are you mangling me?
Why are you so angry?
No, it's true. That's
Love your
hilarious.
ring.
It's so funny. All right. Okay. The last comment comes from John Gabriel. He says, "At least he wasn't a sparkly vampire."
Oh my God.
Vampire.
He says,
Vampire.
You're right. It could have been worse. It could have been.
yeah, you're
worse.
right. It could have been worse.
It could have
The
been.
makeup was great. The makeup was really,
gag
really
of
good.
it all, if the master had been like, boom, Robert Pattinson. Giving you, he's like, everyone else is disgusting except for me.
I think
the
that-
master.
Yeah.
He's like a CW style.
Wouldn't that be
vampire.
hilarious? But no, it would
No.
not be hilarious. I think I
would
literally
not.
would quit the stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'd strain myself.
I strained myself.
I need a gruesome
Come here.
master.
Yeah, no, honestly. Okay, well, so this episode, I mean, coming off of the last episode,
Still pretty
I
great.
liked
Wrapping
it.
pretty
I
good.
I
liked
think,
it.
yeah, we're keeping it moving.
Still
We're
keeping
wrapping
the
things up.
momentum.
We
Yeah.
had a nice big flashback.
Yeah.
Nora and F got
Got it
all
all.
9.5 weeks fatal instinct, attraction, addicted
Yeah.
to risk on her.
Oh wait, and he also might have screwed things over already with her when he's like, "I love my wife."
Yes.
Oh, we forgot about the shade of all shades. That's
Yeah.
why
Yes.
that character was there.
That's
Oh, so
why.
he would do
F
that.
could say, "I still love my wife," and Nora.
And Nora, her
could
face.
toss her hair.
face.
oh yeah,
Like,
she's like,
you gotta go
don't
find your son."
forget
Yeah.
your dagger.
Yeah, your dagger.
Don't
Says-
forget your dagger.
Or else
it's
I
in
will.
my back.
That's the line.
That's why Fran
That's the
Drescher
one.
was on the whole show.
Yeah.
Just so that information
Yes,
could come
you're
out.
I don't know if that'll last.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I loved about this episode is that we got a lot of dialogue, and
Yeah.
kind of coming off of the last episode, we talked about relationships. So that's really, really impressive, and I think it's like bravo to like really tying up all these relationship things.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think we can predict next episode that that relationship now has changed a little
Yeah.
bit.
I think we'll find mom. I think
Yes.
we'll find mom.
I think
Maybe
we'll
the
find
kid-
mom, and I think
maybe the
we're
kid
going
will
to be
kill mom.
disappointed. Oh.
Oh, is that too much?
Wait, what did you just say?
Maybe
Now that-
Zach will have to kill mom. Maybe he'll
Oh,
have the
that is
skills.
so twisted.
Maybe now that he knows how to kill a vampire too.
That's
you know?
what I mean.
Great, now that he read up on
Yeah.
how to kill a
Oh, that's
vampire.
what you
He
meant
wants
by
to
the
go
whole
with.
thing.
Maybe he wants. You know, he wants
Yeah.
to
Well,
go
we
with Dad.
definitely know that because she's a vampire and she loves him
That's what I
so
mean.
much that if she's going to come, she's going to come back.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
See
And
what
maybe
Gus
now
does.
that okay, another prediction. Maybe now that the Holocaust happened, we're gonna finally see the heart where that originated from.
Yes.
The whole
Yes.
fight that led to
Yes.
the heart.
Ah, that would be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now there's no more, I guess, really Holocaust flashbacks. So like, where are they going to put us now?
I know.
Well, there is we have all of the adventures of
Yeah.
Abraham the vampire killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that they need to write
Awesome.
back.
I'm so excited. I feel like we've closed the Holocaust chapter, which was so good, like
Yeah.
honestly. And now, like, it's all up to
Grandpa,
freaking fate at this
yeah.
point. as
Freaking
to when-
producers.
yeah, the writers. Where are they going to take
Bring
this?
it on.
Let's see
Next
week.
week.
And hopefully,
Very
Gus comes
excited.
back.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
We
for
need to
sure.
see Gus.
And
Without a
Gus
shirt.
has to, hopefully Gus has to take a shower.
Yes, feel free
With
to
his
not wear
shirt
clothes.
off, maybe.
A shower usually would have one shirt on.
That's hilarious. All right, you guys keep, that's my microphone. Keep sending in your questions using the hashtag TheStrainAS, and we want to hear your predictions now that the Holocaust is finished. Where are we going to find younger Abraham and post-vampirism Eichhorst next, okay?
Yeah.
Let us know. All right, who's counting it off?
Tweet us all together now. 3, in the spirit of a musical. 3, 2,
Take it away.
1. Get straight.
Hey!